Well, hi guys, and welcome to this part 2 of this Minecraft masterclass, and today we're going to just look at zombie and skeleton spawners. Now the purpose of this is to show you how simple and steady progress to build a XP grinder for you, and this applies to both the zombie spawner and also the skeleton spawner, so you can do the same model for both. Now over here I've got one ready to build. What you will notice, and what most of you will know, is that if you go within roughly, well, it is 16 blocks, the spawner doesn't work, then it does work. So what I did here is just to show you how that is in reality. I can stand on this red block here, my last level, and literally if you stand on this block, this is going to be too high. So if I just look over the edge, you will see it's not spawning. Ooh, there's a flake there. So if I drop down one, there you go, the spawner starts. So that is my limit in terms of the top. And as I walk along, you'll see the spawner keeps working until you get to here, and then you have to drop down again. And then when you get here, you have to drop down again. And that's where it works. So 16 blocks. Same thing here. Come out 16 blocks before the spawner stops, and he drops off the top. And there you go. So if I step forward one block, there you go, the spawn starts. So when you build the spawner, you need to think about that you only can stand within the yellow area to actually access the spawn, and that can be in a three-dimensional model. That can be above, below, left, north, south, east or west. So what we're going to do then is, now I'm going to start. First thing you need to do is you need to clear out the room. So you just clear everything out, and you need to clear out, ensure you just clear out 4 blocks. You count 4 blocks out, and after that you're going to have to build a wall. That's 4 blocks each way, marked by the grid at the bottom. So there's only 2 blocks here, so I need to dig out a 4th block, and then what I'm going to do is going to show it on, I'm going to just use green for this. So there's my 4th block, so my outer wall has got to go. So you've got to chisel out all the blocks to build the spawner. And first of all, so you build outwards first of all, and then what we'll do is we won't enclose it yet, but we'll enclose it. You don't need all this over here, this is too far. So raid the chests. So you need to raid the chests. That's absolutely fine. The zombies are now burning because daylight's coming, but you won't have that in a cave. Oh, there's an enchanted book. What enchanted book was in that? You can see it was Infinity 1. Excellent, Infinity 1 for a bow. So you've got to take it out, and then basically what I've done here is, once you've dug all the walls out to 4, you can then start building your spawner. It doesn't matter what is next to it, apart from the fact it's got to be a solid block. So let's have a look. Next thing you've got to be able to do is the mobs, etc., have got to be able to basically walk under the spawner. You can walk under the spawner. So the next thing would be is to dig out everything down to the bottom level. So what I'll do is I'm just going to do that and come back. And there's even a disc in this chest, was there? So I'm going to dig out to this level and then show you what happens next. So here you have your basic room layout. You dig it out, and the crucial thing is you must have 4 clear blocks from each edge of the spawner. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see that I've coloured in with mossy stone the spawner. So the spawner area can be clearly seen. You have 2 blocks below, and you can either have 2 or 3 above. I tend to use 3, just gives me a bit more, but that's basically it. And it doesn't matter what's in the wall, as long as there is a wall. So you basically then, if there's bits of wall missing, you need to build the wall in. And normally, under normal conditions, you really need to do this, which is put light everywhere. However, so what I'll do is I'll put the light on this wall, because we're going to use glass, etc., to show how this spawner works. The other thing you should have done when you walked in is you would have gone in and you would have lit up the spawner when you first found it, to make sure it doesn't spawn, and you can leave it like that. Always remember that you'll need access at the end to turn off any torches or get rid of any torches, so we'll look at that as well. So there you go, there's your starting point. Once you've got a basically 9 by 9, or people call it 8 by 8, but it's 8 It's 4 either side of the outside of the block. So there you go. So that's what you start. Next thing will be to build the walls up. What I'm going to do with this particular one is I'm going to leave it open like this, so you can see how it's built. So I'm going to use some glass in particular for this spawner, and then we're going to start and show you what you do next. So I've just put the glass in there ready. So next thing you've got to look at, where do you want to put the out, and where do you want to create the out for this, for the before you put water in, where do you want to let the zombies go out. So on this particular one I want to keep the coloured areas just to show you, and also what I'm going to do is end up growing the canal out this side, so we can show you what happens next really in terms of that. So I'm going to use that side here as the out. So there we go. You can see there that the zombies are even spawning with torches here, so that's how careful you got to be. You got to put lots of torches down to make sure you get it right. So as you can see, the best place is on this side for this particular one, and what you would choose is where the cave is, probably to build the section which comes up and down. What I'm going to do is going to build a level spawner here, because the best place to stand in terms of the spawner spawn is roughly 2 blocks above, exactly out, or 2 blocks below, because really you're only going to be anywhere walking around. You can go out to 14, as you know from over there, 15, and you can walk around. You can have 3 sides. When we finish up we'll have 3 sides, so you can walk around, you can work, you can have workbenches, you can have blocks, you can have chests, everything around your spawner, and you can work happily. So next point is, what you have to do is, the first thing we're going to do before we move anything else, and we will do it this way because we'll show you, the first thing you've got to be able to do is put the first water in, and what will happen is, I'll do it while this chap is in here. The first thing you do is you put it in the 2 corners. So I'll put one there, and you see what happens, and the lights obviously go out, so there's more chance of spawning, so you've got to be ready for it. If I move him out of the way because I don't want him there, I wanted to show you. And then you put the other corner in, into the corner, and that's what you have to do, and you watch. He will go towards the centre. There you go. So as soon as any zombies spawn, they go towards the centre. So what you want it to actually end up doing is, you want it to actually end up going through to here. Now what I'm going to do is, to do that you have to dig down another layer. So what I'm going to do is going to repair ready. It doesn't matter if I come out here, and I'll show you. I'm doing it all the way out so you can see what happens. So what I've got to be able to do is, you dig out the blocks to leave. Don't attack the water yet, but you just dig the blocks out like that, and hopefully, yes, we're all right there. See, so I left those in. So there you go. That's the pattern you'll have. So you've got to be ready again. You've got to have plenty of lights, etc. So once that is, you then take out these blocks one by one. 1, 2, 3, and you'll start getting sucked in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there you go. So the water flows out here, and you can have a look here. Basically, we placed 2 blocks on each corner. The water flowed to the centre. We dug out a second level, and then the water automatically feeds in if you do it that way, and it feeds in and then feeds down the channel, and it feeds down the channel exactly 2 blocks. So the next thing you want to consider is how many blocks we actually go up. So you need to leave, the first thing you need to do is leave one free, and then you can fill in. So that's all you need there to go up. Now next thing is, and what we're going to do is, we're going to do this in glass to show you how to do it. So literally, because you can actually build this in glass, and what I'm going to do in fact is I'm going to show you this way around for a start, and then we're going to build up. So the first block, so I'm going to build a block anyway. So on the first level, what you need to do is, you need to put in a sign. So that's what we're going to do first of all, and the sign goes on this block here, and you can just press done, and you need to put a sign there which is done, and then you need to then start going up. And what you'll find is, you'll start, you can either dig up and leave one side open, and you can actually go up and keep digging up, like I've done the previous, or you can just go from the top down. But you got basically, I'm going to build it first, and then you can see. So I can do this, and you could go building up. But you need to work out your floor plan, and your floor plan needs to be 4 by 3 all the way up, and you can dig yourself all the way up. So what I'm going to do is just going to put the first 3 blocks and show you what happens. to the water. So you put that block in there, and then I'm going to put the block in there. So you come to here, and what happens is you need to put the first block of water in and see what happens. So you put the block of water there, and literally it brings the mobs in, and literally the mobs will then go up. So what we're going to do from this, once you've done that block from this point on, I'm going to show you from this side because it's just easier to work with. So you can see here we've got our lice zombie in here, and what we need to do now is we need to go up 12 signs, or basic, well, you can go up 12 signs or 11 signs, it's up to you, but what I want to do is I want to be able to show you where it would fall and kill the zombie. So I'm going to take this one up 12 signs. So we've got basically our first one there. I'm not going to count the bottom one because that's at ground level, so we got that one there. So basically what happens is you have to put in, and that basically you have to put in a sign every other one, and basically what you'll find is, and the easiest way is to leave, in fact I'll do it all the way up, and as you build up you can stand on this, and keep building. You just keep bouncing up and down on it, and you keep going higher, and you will see what happens. In fact, what I didn't do is put the water in there. So I'll put the water in that one if he allows me. Probably won't actually, but there we go. Need loads of water. You need loads of buckets. So that goes in there, and you keep building it up, and that's what happens. So what we'll do is do this quite quick. It's easier because I'm floating up, and just keep building it up. It's a single way. You keep putting the if you keep putting a sign, water, sign, and you keep building it all the way up to the top, and you just keep, and look, the zombie is coming up, and obviously he's coming up to here. So now I need a sign. So black gap. In fact, that's done it wrong because he's come up. So there we go. You need to have water and a sign. So water sign, and what I'll do is come away and show you. So it will look like this, literally a single thing. So you can see it's quite a way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're coming up to our 5th sign. What I will do is I'll kill him because it's easy to do without. There we go. So you have to remember, you have to write them down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're on the 5th sign. So you have to come quite a way up. So what I'm going to do is keep going, and just keep going, building up, and you keep walking up higher and higher, jumping up with the blocks, and keep building up. So it's always water, block. Make sure you've got the glass there, or the stone, or whatever you're going to build. And if you go inside in survival mode, you're obviously likely to die. So what I'll do is I'll now build it up to the top rather than waste the video, and then we can look at the downward plummeting of the zombies. So here we are. This is the tower, ready to put the water on the top level. So we've got 12 boards above the ground on this particular level. So you can see that, and when you get to the right to the top, you've got the 12th board. And what happens is you've got to block it off to make sure, because when you put the last glop of water in, this is what happens. So it goes out to the end. So you can see in this particular one over here, I decided that I literally only let the water come 4 blocks before I dropped it. You can leave it a bit longer if you wish. But if you want to cut it short, you need to put another block in. So on this particular one, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it 4 because I know it works. So I'm going to do it again. So you put the block on there, and there you go. So you know it's going to drop through there. In fact, I didn't want this to happen, but never mind. It's going to disappear. So that's where the block is. So I'm now going to finish and close it off. I don't need all those on the edge. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is, just to make sure it works, we're going to spawn a few zombies into here. because it is daylight and I'm not going to do that. So let's just put a few in. Now you can block the ones off the top to stop them standing there for a while, but really personally I don't bother, so you can put a block on top. So anyway, you can see now the zombies are off, and off they go up the tower. And then at the top what will happen is I need a hole because I want to see them drop down. So there you go. So when they get to the top, and they're quite quick, you will see them fall off, and what will happen is one usually stays at the top, then whoosh, is gone. Whoosh, whoosh. Anyway, at the moment they are dying because they're falling over 23 blocks. So what I need to do is, where's the... Hey, let's put some blocks down to see. There you go. Ooh, he died. In fact, what I'll do is we'll put a few more in just to see what happens, see if they die. Did I get it right? Oh no, they didn't die. There you go. Died when they fell off, because they fell off and died on the other bit. So there's a nice spawner. So I didn't need to go as high, but that's fine. So I'm just going to put the blocks here. I'm going to put some stone here, because this gives you flexibility, and then making it slightly higher gives you flexibility in what you're going to do. He's burning and dying anyway, so we can't do much about that, and I'll show you what I mean by flexibility. So literally now, once you've got the hole at the top and you're in solid rock, all you have to do is just dig straight down through till you come out to the bottom, but make sure you leave a hole at the bottom so they go alright. Shall we see if there's any more? Anyway, we'll leave that. So there's going to be where they actually spawn. So what I'm going to do now is build it as if there was a drop. You can see that this is pretty tight. So if I extend it, I could have extended it to an extra one. I can then move it out so you can have a gap, but I'm quite happy just to have a 2 gap block there. So anyway, I'm going to build this down to show you as if it was really set up. So here we are with it complete, ready to roll and work. What you've got to look at is they need to drop 23 blocks. So what we're going to do is going to test it out and see what they come down to. Let's put a load in. Let's put an absolute rack of them in there. Oh look, there's spawned some nice ones. Oh, and some better ones. So let's have a look and see what happens. So they all go in and off they go up to the top of the spawner. Even got an electrified zombie there, which was quite good. Now, if it's too many blocks, they will die, which we don't want them to do. We want to make them one hits. We can hit them with anything then. We don't need a sword. Oh, there you go. He's lived. So there we go. So what happens is now they all that one's died. So let's see how many die. So you might want to, if you want to save them all, you can put them 1 block higher. He's died as well. So what I'm going to do on this particular one is let's kill this one before another one drops. And yeah, they're dying. So we need to put 1 more block. Let's make it 22. Now what should happen anymore should drop there. Yeah, there you go. Oh, 22. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, no. Oh. So the ones with... So we're alright there, roughly. Probably I might want to go 1 higher. I can then put some steps up to it. What it means is if you want to put a hopper underneath, or for drops, etc., because 1.5 you can put a hopper underneath. Of course, daylight's coming now. So 1 more, let's just see what happens. There we go, he dies. So what I might want to do on this one, I'll make it 1 higher, then they won't die. So you just got to test it out and be ready to test it out and wait to see, and then you just got 1 block and then we'll be alright there. So that can be our, where we can hit them, and you hit them on the legs is best. So there you go. So you could actually, if you think about it, I've now got them a bit higher on this one. They could actually go for 11 signs and you could have made it lower in the ground. So, but there you go, that's this design. It works. That's the matter. So what I'm going to do now is, as you can see, I'm going to close it up a bit and then see how it works. So here we're into the final straight now. You can see this zombie spawner actually working. So what I've done is readjusted it. Really, it should be as per 12 signs, including the one on the base. So the first sign is down on floor level, and there's exactly another 11 signs up to the top. And you can see now they're not all dying. And then you put the water above the 12th sign, and literally put a sign here, or you can let it go to the end if you want, but you can see how fast this spawn is going. And the zombies are congregating. If I wanted them all to die and wasn't bothered about the XP, I could then take this block out. I could put a basically a hopper underneath, and I could feed the hopper out to a train system. I'm not going to on this, I'm just showing you how to do the mob spawner and how effective it is. And this thing is spinning away, and it's now producing further zombies. So literally you can hit them with anything, a bucket of water, and look, there you go, they start dying straight away, and the XP starts coming out. So you can build, and you can have your base here, and it just continues to give you XP. So it's brilliant on a survival server if you can set your base up round, and as you can see, it works an absolute treat. And even though there's light here, they're starting to spawn now. So what will happen is you will close all this off and put it in darkness as much as possible, and then like the other one, then it starts spawning. And remember, you can work anywhere inside. You can close the spawner off all the way around. You can have your base all the way around the spawner and have the spawner as a central, and it works absolutely wonderful. So there you have it. There's how to make a zombie and skeleton spawner the easy way to make yourself loads of XP. And as I say, you can hit them with absolutely anything, and you don't need to use a sword, and you just keep hitting them. You can also use a potion to kill them all in one go once you've got about 200 of them, and you can build your 30 XP dead quickly from scratch, and then go and use that to and you get loads of carrots, carrots, you get carrots and potatoes and stuff. You obviously get the rubbish meat as well, but very easy to do. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this basically skeleton zombie spawner, XP grinder tutorial, and I hope you use it yourselves. Thanks very much for watching, and next time we're going to have a look at the cave spider, which is a wonder in itself. So one last thing that I didn't explain is how do you get out of this safely without getting eaten. So basically you have a platform going in, and you can have lights. See the four corner lights, you can have those. The first thing is you need to get rid of all the torches. There you go. And then basically you need to come out backwards. You probably have to light them, and then once you're out you can then go round your spawner, and literally you can, these blocks are put in the corner, you can get rid of. So it gets rid of them, all four corners, and you're sorted. There's no problem whatsoever in getting rid of those torches, and once you've done them, the zombies will start spawning. So that's the easy way of doing that. Doesn't matter about the torches going in there. That was just one final thing. And you can see now I've put a platform all around it because you can make your base. So anyway, thanks for watching.